The examiner asks the candidate about him, herself, his, her home, work, or studies, and other family topics. Example, money. Today's topic is money, 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 money. Hmm. Hi. Good.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yes, fine. Good evening.
Sir, thank you. Good evening.
Hi, Kidia. It's a very interesting topic for today's test. You can see the formal beginning of the test is part one. The examiner asks the candidate about him, herself, his, her, home, what's that? Work or studies, and other familiar topics. And today's familiar topic is money. Okay,
Okay.
everybody wants to make money, and everybody's making money. So the first question in this, let's start the formal. You see, uh, Jimmy, what's your name? How may I call you?
You can call me Jimmy.
Hmm. Sorry, it was a long beginning. My name is Wahid from Springs English Academy. I'm your examiner for today's IELTS speaking test. May I know your name, please?
My name is Jimmy.
How may I call you?
You can call me Jimmy.
Okay, may I see your identification, please?
Yes, here it is, please.
Right. Now, today's topic you can see is money. Okay. Um,
It's not sharing on my screen.
ah, Topic is I'll share it. Resume share. Yes. Is it okay now?
Yes. Yeah. No, it's okay.
Okay, money. When you go shopping, do you prefer to pay for things in cash or by card?
Um, I usually used to go for shopping on weekends and with my wife because she is very interested to buy things from the market. So I usually use card because it's very convenient for me to pay payment through cards, but it is very difficult for me to carry cash and to give cash against the product which we buy. So I use credit cards and debit cards.
Okay, now, one interesting question comes to my mind. Is it that we are born and live on this world just for shopping?
No, it is not true. We born and live in this world because of we have some big objective. We have some goals to achieve, and along with we do shopping because it's the part of life. Because we usually do shopping uh, before wedding, before any big events which are which are going to held in our family, and we do shopping for to select gift to others. So that's why it's not true. It's the shopping is not the goal for which we are live in this world.
Okay, practically, I have seen that the people, what they want or what they wish, they want a lot of money and to do a lot of shopping. Do you agree?
Yes, in some certain class of living, the people, the some certain of people like to want money and to do shopping, but majority are not think like that, because they are all struggling for their lives, and they don't have as much money to fulfill their necessities. So they don't have spare money or extra money to spend for the shopping. So that's why it's not common for all, but yes, it's true for the some specific people who wants money for shopping and who live for shopping.
Do you think that there should be some limit of spending money while doing the shopping?
I think it's the we need to we don't apply any limit on it, because it's the personal perspective to think. And if the person wants to spend money to buy something, maybe it's because of his need, and maybe it's because of his status. Maybe uh, he shows to others, I have these things, I am updated to the every design, if they want clothes. So I think it's vary from person to person, and we don't limitize anyone to live their life on their own wish. So it's liberty for all, it's freedom for all, how they spend their life. But if they spend their life legally, and the value which they have that justifiable, then I think it's not a big issue if they spend all the money for shopping.
Okay. Now, do you think that those who have more money, they should spend more of it?
Yes, it's true. Who has more money, they spend more, because what they can do for that money, which is in surplus amount, and because they have to spend somewhere. So they because they don't have uh, um, any VN to spend that money for to help others. So because they believe we accumulate that money by uh, having with lot of struggles. So they don't have such type of heart to give that money to the poor people and to help the others. So they spend that surplus money for shopping and for to buy luxurious things, and but don't spend money to the poor people for humanity.
Now, one other question comes to my mind. Do you think those who have money and those who don't have money, they are equally worried about it?
Yes, it is true. The people who has more money, they are worried about where we spend it, and if we don't live longer, then who will our successor to own that money. So they are worried, and they are also afraid to against they are also afraid for the death as well, because they don't want to die. and they want to live as much as they can. And but the people who don't have money, they also worried about it, because it's very difficult in this era to raise their children with having good education, and very difficult to survive because of high inflation rate. So that's why they earn money to fulfill their basic needs. So it's very difficult, both of them, uh, who has money and who don't have money, where the people who has money, they worried about where they spend, and the people who don't have money, they worried about how to earn money and how to make money.
Okay. Now, one more question that comes to my mind is that, do you think that our education system and our government, especially, they should train the people how to live without money?
Yes, we have to train them, everyone, because it's not the era is not constant for everyone. If a person, maybe he has groom, he has wealth nowadays, but no one knows in future what will happen with him. Maybe he lost all the money. So if he don't train to live without money, then it is very difficult for him to survive his future life, because he just trained and he just have learned to survive when they have money. But if they don't have money, then he will not have any idea how to survive. So it's good approach if the government should create awareness within the people to survive if you don't have money. Yes, I agreed on it.
All right. Now, I am coming to the next question that's given here in this test is, do you ever save money to buy special things?
Sorry, repeat the question. Do you?
Do you ever save money to buy special things? You can see on the screen. It's a screenshot.
Yes, yes, I save money whenever I buy anything from the market. I negotiate with the seller, and I try to buy things at best possible price. I cross check and verify it from 2 to 3 shops. Then I buy it, because as I already told you, I am doing job. I So that's why I have counted money. I don't have surplus money, so I think when I spend money. So before that, I definitely think. So it's very common, even for everyone, every job person who is doing job, who whenever who spend money, and he try to save money when he buy anything special or anything non-special.
All right. And now another question has come to my mind. Do you think that it will be a wonderful thing if everybody has the same amount of money?
Yes, it seems good, but it's not possible. But if we assume that, as per your argument, if this happen, everyone have the same amount of money, uh, then the society will grow, and no one think about their selves, and they just think everyone has equal money and everyone has equal rights, and no one has the factor of jealous will vanish within the society. So that's good if the money is equally distributed. But now, what is happening here? The money is having not more than 2% people all over the world, and 98% people are who struggle to earn money. So if we compare the distribution of money, the 2%, the people who has 2% money is more weight against the person who has 98% the population size, who has 90% money. That is low. The money value is low, and the 2% have more value. So it's good if the money equally divided to everyone.
Okay. Now, another question that comes to my mind is that do you think that government should act like a father or mother? If someone needs money, he should go to the government, and government should give money to the person who is in need.
Yes, it's a responsibility of the state to give protection and give the basic needs to their nation, and the nation has responsibility to give taxes to the government. And if the nation give tax and on everything, so in cross funding, the government should have to provide basic necessities like health, regarding health, and regarding education, and regarding some stipend for those who are unemployed. So these are the basic, and if they play that role, then it seems like they are treating like as parents. So that's why the government will play the same role which the parents
Do you think
play.
that it will be wonderful if the government owns the whole land of Pakistan, every house and every business, and they should give everyone what people need in their daily life?
Yes, it's very good if it's completely the benefit of the nation. And as you know, the our in our country, the politicians are not work for the nation. They just do work for their interest, and they just accumulate the money from the treasury of the country, and they just take money from the tax which we are paying to the country. So but if they think like, if they seriously do something for the nation, then they have definitely, it's a good idea if they follow, if the government follow that idea, then it will definitely give present a game changer for the nation. Maybe that idea will pull up the nation from the poverty, and everyone become and live with good life, and everyone life standard will raise high. So it's good which you propose. I agree on this idea.
One thing that comes to my mind is that um, what we buy with money is respect. You see, in the society, the more money, that means more respect in the society. Don't you think that the people who are in charge of some, who have some authority, they should give respect to the people? For example, uh, the if a person goes to the police station, and the SHO or his workers, they should give respect to the person who comes to the police station for help. And in this case, there will be not much need of money.
Yes, it's varies culture to culture, and country to country. because if I talk about the Western culture, they just give respect to the human being, and they don't consider if the person is having wealth or yes or not, if the person is having any some sort of powerful seat, then they just give respect to everyone. If the person is have nothing, has nothing, and he just a common man, so they treat same like as they treat the person who has wealth. But in underdeveloped countries, it is very common. We do respect for those who has good wealth and who has some influential powers. They have some links in the stakeholders who rule the country. We respect them. Even every institute, like you quote example, if anyone go to any wealthy person, and the person who has a strong relationship with the ruling party, if he has some issue with the police station, then the every person in the police station give him respect, and accept his uh, every good or bad thing, which technically don't consider, but because of his influential powers, they accept him, and they give him FIR on his opponents within 5 minutes. But in cross, if the person who has nothing and who is poor and who is struggling for his life, and who just have money to barely uh, spend his life, when he has some issue and he go to the police station, then no one listen him, and no one consider his problem, and no one give him to solution. So he may go everywhere, and the waste, no one even take him serious. So it's a very clear discrimination in our country. We give respect to the wealthy person, but we don't consider and give respect to the person who has nothing.
Do you think that people need more and more money because they don't want to be mistreated in the society?
Yes, it's the perception become because the people earn money due to uh, raise their standards, life standards. So that shows the society, they are so powerful, and they are so influential personalities. So the society give them respect, and society will definitely acknowledge them. So this is very common.
Okay, now the next question given here on the let's say screen sharing is that would winning a lot of money make a big difference to your life?
Sorry,
Would
meaning
winning a lot of
would
money make a
okay.
big difference in your life?
I did not understand the question. Would winning a
Uh,
lot of money make
if
a
it happens that you win a lot of money, it comes
okay,
luckily. You find a lot of money just because of luck, good luck. Okay,
okay,
some efforts become successful, and for you can one example is that you dig a pot of gold in your house. Okay, you were
okay.
just working in the garden, and there you dig out a pot of gold, and so you suddenly become very rich. So will it make difference in your life?
Yes, definitely it will make a big difference in my life, because nowadays everyone has need money, and everyone has a long list who is pending due to shortage of money. If I get some sort of gold and some sort of price bond against this, which I receive a lot of money. So definitely I fulfill all the my wishes which are pending due to shortage of money, and I will buy a big home, and I will buy a luxurious vehicle, and even along this I will start my own business. I will not continue further my job, which is very which is very stressed, and which is very and I feel very pressure on my job. So I definitely quit my job and I start my own business. So my life will become change, entirely change, and I will become uh, a good quality and peaceful life.
All right. Now, you see, we are jumping into part two of this test, and
Okay.
uh, the formal conversation you may come to listen to. You will have to talk about the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. You have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say. You can make some notes to help you if you wish. So here we
Okay.
see describe an interesting discussion you had as part of your work or studies. Okay, I'm
Okay.
reading it once again. Describe an interesting discussion. Okay, you had as part of your work or study.
Okay.
The points that you have to cover, you should say what the subject of this discussion was, uh, who you discussed the subject with,
Okay.
what opinions were expressed, and explain why you found the discussion interesting. So these are the points that you have to cover. Hello?
Okay. I am
Okay.
listening.
Okay. So now, Mike, over to you.
Okay. I would like to tell you about the studies uh, which was the interesting thing in my life
It
when I
is
had finished.
excuse me, discussion. The focus should be on discussion. It's arguments, okay?
Describe the interesting discussion. Uh, Discussion. Okay. Describe
Meeting,
an
discussion.
interesting discussion
It's
you
argumentation, you know.
had a part of your work or studies. Okay, I understand. I would like to tell you about the discussion which we had done a few months before when we started a new business. So I had a very different plan because in a group in which I was discussing about that. I was telling I was telling them about all the negative and positive about the business which they were planning, and initially they were not accept my proposal, but after some time they agreed, and they acknowledged my points, and that discussion was the business of milking machines, which we were planning to import from initially, which we were planning to import from China. But I have some certain I had some certain reservation. If we import through China, we will face we had to face some difficult problem, and we could not manage to sell them. So we had to change our supplier, and we had to shift it from China to Turkey. So that was difficult time for me to convince my group, but I successfully convinced them. And the second most interesting thing was, uh, in that meeting, my boss was not uh, convinced finally on my point, but after some time he realized that when we got good business and when we got revenue from the market, so after few weeks he realized I was correct, and I was, and that decision which we shift uh, through my input was good. So that's was the discussion which I had done.
Okay. Now we come to part 3 of this test. Discussion topic:
Okay.
discussing problems with others. And example questions you
Okay.
can see here. Why is
Okay.
it good to discuss problems with other people?
Yes, it is a good way to get to solution from the problem. If you don't discuss with them, it's very common in our country. The people discuss our problem to others. It's the only objective is that uh, we get some better solution, because if we think alone, and if we don't discuss with them, and if we don't even ask any, then and we don't get benefit from the experience of other, then we may get more pressure, and we may have some serious trouble. So if we take some decision on it, so it is very difficult uh, to make good decision. So that's why we discuss with others, and uh, we put the problem into bring up the problem in that on that over the table, and then we decide what the best solution for this problem. So then the decision will be the decision makes good.
Okay. Now, do you think that it's better to talk to friends and not family about problems?
uh, Certainly, it's not like that, because it depends upon the problem and depend upon the exposure of the problem. Like if sometime the problem like that within the family, and so typically these type of problem, the friends don't give you uh, any advice or any solution on it, because they don't know about my family. So that's why it's good if I get a solution from my family. And the meanwhile, if we have some business problem, or if we have the problem which is uh, uh, which is commonly from the outside, so that definitely I discuss with my friends, because they have more exposure, and they give me better solution, and they give me uh, best uh, help me to make best decision. So um, it's depend upon the problem, and I use uh, I take a solution from both of them, the family as well as friends.
Okay. That's very nice. Good answer. Now, the next question in line is it always a good idea to tell lots of people about a problem?
No, some people do this thing. But I have slightly disagree on it, because when you discuss your problem with lot of people, then you become confused, because everyone give you some different solution. So it's very difficult for you to uh, pick one solution, because when you have lot of solution, then it create lot of confusion. So I what I do, I uh, engage those person who are perfect, and I in which I think they give me they give me the better solution, because they are expert in this field. So I just ask my problem with the specific group of people, and I don't involve a lot of people. I just involve 2 to 3 people, and get solution from them.
And what is the average success of your, you see, solution to the problems?
Uh, yes, it is not common. I get success 100%, because it's varies. Maybe sometime I get 90% success, sometime I get 100%, and sometime I get 0% success, and it varies problem to problem. And but I do discuss with my friends, and I do and so this will help me. And one thing is more important, I discuss with them with this concept, because if I don't get any benefit from them, but they get benefit from me, because if I discuss with them, they build their exposure, and they have some extent of knowledge. If they will they have some problem with that which I am facing, then maybe they will give some solution, and they will have some better way forward how to resolve that problem.
Okay, now question comes to my mind. When you are discussing a problem with someone, who speaks more, you or the other person?
It's very interesting, and it is uh, like that. If I discuss with my problem with anyone, on with my friends, so definitely they speak more, and I listen, because if I speak more, then I don't find the solution. So I just give them the answers who they are asking me, and they help them to get solution from my problem. So to they just ask question to clarify the situation. So I elaborate them all the situation, and they speak more as compared to me.
All right, good night. Communication skills at work. You see, example questions are here. Which communication skills are most important when taking part in meetings?
In my perspective, the communication skills are very important in the professional life, especially when you conduct any meeting, and you are the part of in your meeting. Then you have good convincing power, and you have good presentation ability, and you have good knowledge of English as well, because most of the meetings we do in English. So if you have good skill and you have ability, then you can easily convey your message, and you can easily put your ideas over the table, and you get your your opinion uh, will get easily appreciated and acknowledged, and you will get acknowledgement. So it's very important to present your idea. So you have to ability to speak in English. So I think the most important thing is language, the communication, which everyone has learned.
All right. The next question in line comes, what are the possible effects of poor written communication skills at work?
What are the possible effects of poor written communication skills at work? Yes, so it's give very negative and wrong message communication if the person writes have not don't have ability to do right, because uh, sometime it happens if a person writes something but it's the message which the person who read that message, maybe he perceives something other meaning, so it's create lot of confusion and misunderstanding, and that's why it's make problem, and the process and the operation process and everything becomes slow. So that's why it's very important to write things which as you are your if you write anything, it should be match your understanding. So when anyone read that message, it should be understand what you are uh, writing, and what you are in your mind during writing. So that's why it's very important.
All right. Now, the last question is, what do you think will be the future impact of technology on communication in the workplace?
In future, it is very significant impact of communication over the workplace, because as the world is growing fast, and everything is become modernized, and the world is very speedy. So every sector is growing. So in future, we the every sector will have to communicate with other countries, and so the difficult challenge is the communication barrier, because for example, in France, very less people who speaks English. So that's why it's very important to maybe we have learn more other languages which are speaking in developed countries, because in the future underdeveloped countries have more will more interaction with those countries. So it plays a very important role in future. Communication plays very important role.
Okay, it was very nice talking to you, and I see you are improving your confidence while speaking as your familiarity with the test grows. And it was pretty long recording,
Okay.
and I wish you good luck and I hope that you will keep coming. One thing is that if you add to your daily routine is reading, okay? Spare some
Okay.
moments
Okay.
for reading. Your maybe let that be your the emails that you receive. Read them aloud, okay? And always
Okay.
imagine
Okay.
that you are boss and but reading skill. You see, better reading
Okay.
make you
Okay.
better speaker. Okay. So best
Okay.
of luck.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you for being with
Okay,
me.
sir.
Have a nice time.
Thank you.
Give it a
Thank you.
goodbye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you,
Love
sir.
you.
Thank you. I love you.